Test one. Gladesville Ravens. This is what I like to hear. A very warm evening to football fans around the world, here in Australia and especially in New South Wales. This is live National Premier League women's action coming to you from Christie Park in Sydney's Macquarie University region. My name is Don Rizzuto. It is a pleasure to be here with you once again for match day 8 between the Gladesville Ravens and the Bulls Academy. Sure to be a hell of a match between two sides that are, on paper, extremely even, but a ladder will tell you differently, and 3 points are vital today. Both sides are out on the field now, so let's take you through the starting 11s with the away side first. Ashley Hughes is back in goals once again. Patria Phillips lines up at number 2. Sienna Hawkins is back in the lineup today once again. Gemma Ferris is at the back as captain. Anna Hogarth Scott keeps her place alongside Laura Ericiello. Claudia Valletta comes into the starting lineup alongside Daniela Naimi. Jasmine Mealy, Ardoon Sujan and Jade Kuchan start the 11 for the away side. On the bench, Matisse Emery, Chelsea Harper, Tamarez Souza, excuse me, my writing there terrible, Aisha Franklin, Grace Bishop and Nicole Simpson, the veteran, in goals. Just the 2 changes for them. As for the home side, a couple of changes themselves. Eliza Coleman is back in goals in number 1. Annabella Zatsko is back in the starting lineup after being on the bench last week. Keisha Allen, Gisela Pepino, Annie Halls and Hannah McNulty all there alongside Morgan Roberts once again. Angelina Scarmadella is in alongside Teal Kilbride, Lena Karmas and Miku Sonaga to get the starting 11 out of the way for the home side. And then on the bench, Cora Villa, Brianna Buccini, Kaylee Shannon, Ellie Smith, Laura Mutar, Alethea Levi, and then Molly Ewer to round out the team lists for both sides. 9th versus 5th today on another relatively warm Sydney evening, but with the sun now disappearing behind the, you would say, the eastward tree line. It is now time for the wind to pick up, which may play an effect today in this one. The Ravens desperate for a win after an indecent start to keep pace with the league leaders, while the Bulls will just want to maintain their top 4 status with a win today. We are underway from Christie Park. My name is Tom Rizzuto. It's a pleasure to have your company once again in this fantastic competition. Good crowd once again here to support both these sides too. Great facility here. I feel like it's become a complete stadium now with a scaffolding on the other side as well. 2 grandstands almost. As the ball is ping-ponged around aerially. Only for Morgan Roberts to clear it into a chasing Bulls attacker out for a throw. Both sides not picking up any victories last week. It was a draw for the Bulls, who were level pegging after 90 minutes with the Western Sydney Wanderers. Whilst for the Ravens, it was a much renewed performance against the very, very impressive Uni of New South Wales, only going down by the 1 goal. But their troubles in front of said sticks continue to be the problem. As Allen goes back to a keeper, and here come the Bulls now looking to attack. Intercepted again, well. Here's Halls now. Once again, dictating that midfield position alongside Annabelle Daxco. Sinaga wins the throw. Good start here from the home side. Long throw, the option. Sinaga tries to get up. It comes off a Bulls defender last and will be a corner for the first set piece of the evening. Pino to take, whip towards the near post, not a great delivery, and it's dealt with pretty comfortably by the Bulls defender at the near post. Now they look to break. Well, that's a wonderful touch to keep that absolute rocket-like pass in play here as they stride forward on the counter. The run made by Guchon isn't taken up. It eventually swings wide here to Mealy, who has a shot from range, but Coleman was always going to save that. Letter heads away, but picked up again by the Ravens in the midfield, and then lose possession, and there's an opportunity for the Bulls to swing it right again. But it's really well dealt with by Scarmadella, playing at left back today. Here's Allen now. The ball into McNulty, who looks over the top to Scarmadella, but it's a little over hit. There's no chance for the fullback to keep that one in play. Ball goes out of play for a throw. It's Pepino to Halls, back to Allen. Armadella loses out as the pressing from the Bulls is a solid. Treya now looking for options. Gets it back here to Hogarth Scott, who whips it wide to Valletta. He's done well to keep it in. Oh, and produce a brilliant nutmeg. Looking for the cross now. Back to Hogarth Scott, who rolls the first challenge. Can't get past the second, and now a long-range strike is teasing the net, but it slides just right. It was a sliced attempt, this time by Ericiello, who had to rush the strike. It was a decent one in the end. Had Coleman guessing for a second. Balls, just switch it wide again, but again, Scarmadella playing very well, and making sure that Naimi doesn't have a path forward. Composed on the ball at the moment. The Gladesville Ravens, they usually are. So nice layoff there by Sanaga to find Dasco. He's back in the end. The Kilbride playing its centre half today. Coleman just goes long after Karmas. He gets the flick on initially and then into Pepino. Too many black shirts around to find a way through. Multi steps in to intercept. Then there's a bit of confusion between her and Halls. Shot, which is weak, is a favourable bounce for the away side as they keep possession. Phillips, the architect. Here's Naimi. Rolls a couple of players, still going, then the switch. All done really nicely there by Mealy, but defence is still strong from the Ravens, but still with the Bulls now. Naimi out wide again. The cross is not on the mark. It is chopped outside for a goal kick. The build-up is good from the away side. Feeling that the ball and the pace of the game just slows down a little bit. It'll probably create that opening. Coleman decides to go long. Nolte wins the first head up. Drops to Pepino. Almost gets it through to her teammate. Would have had an opportunity to stroll down the sideline. Once again, the ball's just pressed really well. Scarmadella, once again, is proving very good on the ball, and then McNulty turns and goes, and then plays a long ball over the top to Sanaga, who will have the legs here on Valletta. But great covering tackle there from the centre midfielder, just to halt her in her tracks momentarily. Sanaga still with the ball. Lovely little ball now into the fullback, who bets the ball across. There's Pepino waiting for it. Ball's defensively strong on that occasion as they deal with their first real threat. Didn't quite have the whip the cross intended to there. It was a great run by Morgan Roberts. Time it's the Ravens' turn to press, and press well they do, but a bit of confusion at the back has forced them into a bit of danger. Gets rid of it. Not a great clearance, but it works out in the end. And Pepino can now swing it wide. Now Roberts can storm forward. Good chase from Guchon. Gets it into Sanaga with a lovely first touch, but the covering tackle is crisp by Gemma Ferris. Oh, and then the ball's even better to Guchon, who gets Her legs taken out from under her by the trailing fullback, not intentionally, of course, just a coming together. Ball forward is held that with by Kilbride. Snyder there can't find Pepino. So it goes back to the team in black. That's a good ball forward to Karmas. It's not a great clearance, so it does fall to her in the end. That's a nice weighted cross. It's dealt with initially. Here's Pepino now. Sweeping ball over to Karmas from Daxco. Will she keep this in? I think she will. She's done very well. That's a great cross. Just a bit too much power on it. Pepino trying to bring it down for a shot. Comes back to Daxco. Calls for a shot, decides to pass it and under hits the ball. And the Bulls now will look to counter with Naimi. 1-on-1 with Scamadella. Should be good to watch. Goes round the outside with the afterburners. Lovely cross. Oh, waited brilliantly, but the teammates couldn't keep up with the pace. The ball just whizzed across the goalkeeper's 6-yard line. Balls finds Karmas. Lovely roll. Here's Pepino. She's got McNulty wide. Oh no! A poor piece of communication. And an opportunity is spurred there. Here's McNulty trying to keep this in. Lovely build-up. Pepino heard a few different shouts. Pepino trying to laugh it off, but teammates aren't seeing the funny side. Great game so far between these two, playing very well, passing the ball around with real confidence. Goes long to McNulty. What a great ball forward. Going to be a throw to the Bulls Academy. In, at least from the corner. Not enough room to operate on that occasion. Pepino couldn't get the flick to McNulty, who was threatened a couple of times to stroll into empty space. Miss Phillips, lovely feet, just couldn't find a shot. Here's Karmas. reset themselves again here, the Ravens. Certainly not playing like a side that is ninth on the table right now. Lovely touch from Pepino. Oh, she tries to play it long to Karmas as she screams to feet. Just not on the same wavelength in attack at the moment, the home side. Oh, that's a poor giveaway there from the centre half. Cello, but she's given a reprieve as Nolte rushes the ball forward. Pino tries to find McNulty. Again, the pass is cut out. Here's Phillips. Great tackle there by Allen. Wins possession back. Hawkins not happy with the tackle. Here's Sanaga now. To Kilbride. Goes long over the top. A nicely weighted ball. Great first touch by Valletta. She gets away with it in the end. Still real action in front of goal so far. We might get one now, though, as Sanaga is clipped. And we get a free kick in an attacking position. Ravens have sent up their best and brightest headers of the ball. Really every player in the Bulls box Nolte with the delivery towards the back post. There's players there. There's Pepino. Oh, and she just can't get a touch. Glorious opportunity to take the lead there for the home side. Just couldn't quite find the touch. Naimi plays the ball down to Hawkins, but Allen was back there. Coleman just goes long to Pepino. Oh, that's a great little touch. Didn't quite work out for her. She's unlucky. But Daxco comes in and just clears away. But Pepino's there again, picking up the scraps. Just plays a bit slower there. Sanaga now. Into Halls. Oh, that's a great ball over the top. Into the path of Roberts. Here's a chance now. Great ball. There's Karmas. Oh, couldn't get a touch on it there. The striker. What a ball from Morgan Roberts. Just didn't quite have the whip to get back towards her intended target. It was good hands in the end there. In goals by Hughes. She needed it too. Because any fumble and that would have been a deficit for her side. And the press is applauded as they get possession back. And That's the play for them, though. That's happened a couple of times now. Roberts' pace over the top is not being tracked by Guichon. Here's Phillips. Maintaining possession again. Very talented player. And now ball stride forward. Getting to the byline. The touch is a bit heavy. Guichon couldn't quite get on the end of the ball to whip it back across the face of goal. Great clearance. Hall's as well to bring it down. McNulty now. This is out there, McNulty. Now a chance for Phillips. One-on-one here. Here's Phillips from range. And it goes in the bottom corner. The pressure told. McNulty got caught with it in possession. And it was swept towards the lethal Petria Phillips, who rifled it across the face of goal. Positioning in the end there for Coleman. She won't want to watch that back. She was a little bit too close to her near post. And against sort of the run of play, the Ravens find themselves behind. Gladesville Ravens 0, Bulls Academy 1. It was going to take that sort of moment to open up this game. A bit of an error followed by a shot. Here's Naimi. Oh, sensational run. Has Phillips in the middle. Needed to get it to her earlier. She's got pace to burn too. Ball whipped in by Naimi. Oh, it's not a great one. Come back out to her though. Now the ball's whipped in towards the back post. Coleman just punches. And now shot back in. It's not a bad effort there by the fullback. Just whipped across the face of goal. But again, wasn't too far away. Claudia Valletta with the strike. Ends up with the ball here. That goal should open the game up a little bit. It's been tight. Phillips again, looking for Guichon, just couldn't quite push the ball between the gap. The ball just goes long. Karmas will get on the end of it first. Has McNulty wide, just can't find her. It's unlucky. It was a good effort from the striker. Hall steps in and wins the ball back. Thomas just can't keep the ball under her feet. long. Mandela steps in to deal with it. Taken in. This is everybody. Allen just sends a hopeful one back down field. Pino hustling, trying to get the ball back, and does so very well. Nolte now can't find that pass. Phillips in the way again. Balls are playing around very nicely at the moment. Here's Naimi. Tries to roll it into Phillips. Can't quite sync up with the goal scorer on that occasion. This combination down this right-hand side is electric for the away team. Press needs to be on here. Side potentially for Phillips is not called. And the ball forward is a little overhit, but Naimi keeps it in. Scarmadella has done well. Again, held her own out here against the talented winger. Oh, lovely turn. That's wonderful to watch. Still going. Great run. Pino needs the support. The covering tackle is well earned by Melly, but great run from the winger, who has earned her side some much needed field position. There's McNulty.
Get ready, up, here we go.
Ball's looking to find Roberts, but she's pressed and loses out. And the ball through now to Paul Scott. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Sajan. Now a long-range effort by Gurchan. Just goes well clear of the crossbar in the end. They do look dangerous every time they come forward. Create a bit of space. Still can't split these two despite the goal difference as we reach the half-hour mark. It's been very even. The Ravens have hurried and tried hard. Almost fashioned a couple of opportunities themselves. In the end, it's really just come off a lapse in concentration. And a fine finish by Phillips. They look to break again. Every time they get into this open space, it's difficult for the Ravens to cover. Here comes one from Hawkins. Looking for an option. Morgath Scott finds Naimi. Takes on McNulty for pace and gets around the number. Still going, and then a brilliant tackle from Scarmadella wins the goal kick. going long again. Thomas does well to roll a couple of challenges. Valletta. For Hawkins. Oh, well stepped in there by Roberts. Looking for options. Looks for Karmas. Well, Ericello is in the way again. Ball by Halls into Pepino. Needs support though. It's back to McNulty. McNulty does really well to win the ball back a couple of times. And now finds Pepino, who can keep this ball in play. This isn't a bad one. It's cleared away at the first line of defence. Is Scarmadella. Knocks it forward a couple of times, but won't find an intended target. Hawkins. Sinaga trying to win the ball back, but Tug Scott holds the ball up well. Switch out now to Valletta. Hogarth Scott. Hawkins. That's too easy. The ball goes straight into, I don't know, that was out of play by the time Coleman took that in between her gloves. It's Pepino now. He's a ball forward, but nobody chases it. Nice ball into the bar of Hogarth Scott. There's Naimi. Passing the ball around really well. You get fortuitous there. Cheat the ball back. Pass from Neely's overhit. Ball breaks again to the goal scorer. Another great ball forward on that occasion, though. That's go now. It just goes long over the top, but there's no one there. Phillips again. So good on the ball, and now they come. Plenty of space for Mealy to find Naimi. Brings it down well, tries to get it back across the 6-yard box, but Allen covers and sends it out for a corner. Just finding it a little too easy now. The away side just playing between those lines. from Phillips. Nicely weighted. Chance for Naimi. Oh, and a wonderful clearance off the line by Allen to keep the score just at 1-0. That was flying in. There's going to be no chance for Coleman to save it. It was going straight past her at a lightning pace. The centre half has stepped up massively with a telling touch to deflect the ball away from the goal. Scott switches it out to Naimi. Wants to go past Scarmadella, but doesn't on this occasion. Sanaga puts it towards Roberts. Long ball down to Pepino. Does well to hold it up. Here's Karmas. Looking to roll it. Nice turn. Touch was just a little too heavy. Scrappy, but it's worked out here as Sanaga keeps it in. Crosses a little early though. Misses a few people. A telling touch. Again by the Bulls' defence is important. Nolte now. Ravens trying to produce a late first half flurry here. See if they can level proceedings. Is Sanaga. Pass was not the option there. And now Naimi looks to find Hawkins. Didn't break with the same velocity on that occasion, the away side. Searching ball to find Naimi again. It's been a great battle between her and Scarmadella so far this evening. Hawkins does well to hold it up. Phillips tries to find Naimi, who has the pace, but Scarmadella well positioned. Ranger only over momentarily. Here's Hawkins looking to line one up, and it's not far away. Wins the header, but only as far as a Bulls defender. Phillips. Oh, lovely ball into Hawkins. Oh, lovely drop of the shoulder.
Channel 3 it's already mixed up. Commentary is Mike. They're both Mike. Both 1 and 2. Auto. It doesn't say channel. Oh, right, yeah, channel 1's auto. Yeah.
Just can't bring the ball with her, and now the Bulls can surge forward. They choose to reset.
Okay, so it's a headset.
Aletta can't keep it in on that occasion. She runs out of play to try and beat the defender. This Scamadella needs to be careful. Loses out. Hawkins looking for Naimi. Sanaga has come back well. Naimi hits the upright. Tight angle to squeeze it in there. Goes very close. Carlos now has some room to break into. She's got McNulty in front of her. Roberts is coming. The cross has come too early, though. Had time. Saw Pepino early and thought that that was the option. Once again, the attack breaks down for the Ravens, who look so good when they get into the right position. Pepino loses out under a great challenge from Hogarth Scott. Hawkins rides the challenge well. Hall's doing really well to win the ball back. Pino flicking on to Karmas. The ball out wide and chose to reset. Lovely roll from Karmas. Can she find Pepino? She can, but she just lost control. Dinked it over the top. Here's Sanaga, great touch. Sanaga just can't wrap her foot around it, and then it's cleared by Ericello into Neely and goes out for a corner. That could have nearly gone in. That would have been a disaster to the away side right on the stroke of half time. Could still be if this corner is put away by the Ravens. Sanaga going very close, just couldn't wrap her foot around it. Do have some hide options here, the Ravens, if this cross can reach the target. It's near post again, and it's not a great corner. That's two that have been poorly executed. This Scamadella just whips it back in, drops to Sanaga well. Here's Pepino, here's Statko. Pepino again looking for a shot. And there's too many passes in and around the 18-yard box, and no shot is taken. And now the counter is on. Good John looking for Naimi. Finds it well. Hogarth Scott has Naimi wide. Phillips is in the middle. Scamadella is back well. And has kept the winger in place. Hogarth Scott still looking to get the ball across. Sanaga covers the cross well and blocks it out for a throw, as this first half ends in a bit of a flurry. Naimi almost can't keep the ball in. Does enough. Mealy, lovely ball into Phillips. Try to give it back to a couple of players, and there's a chance at the penalty spot to end the half, up by 2, but Hawkins can't get enough purchase on it, and Coleman makes a comfortable save to keep the score at just 1-0 in a tight but extremely intense and creative outing so far between two sides that are not giving either opponent an inch. Just the 1 goal separates them. A great strike by the star Bulls central attacking midfielder Patria Phillips, which she profited off a good press and maybe a little bit of dallying on the ball from the home side and maybe some ill positioning by the keeper, but take nothing away from her. She finished with aplomb to put her side up at the break. As for the home side, they've been equally as impressive, as I mentioned, 9th on the ladder, and just the 2 wins to their name this season is not a reflection of how they are playing this evening, and have had chances themselves, particularly in the back end of that first 45 minutes. This game delicately poised and could go either way in this second half that is coming up here on the official football YouTube channel of New South Wales Football. Stay with us, we won't be too far away. When we come back, we'll have the second half between the Gladesville Ravens and the Bulls Academy. It's currently Ravens 0, Bulls 1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I've got it all charged up. Yeah. Cool. No worries. Bye.
Good to have you back here on the official YouTube channel for Football New South Wales. My name is Dom, here with you from Christie Park between the Gladesville Ravens and the Bulls Academy. Coming back out for the second half now. If you're just joining us, the Bulls lead 1-0, courtesy of a goal via Patria Phillips. But it's been an even contest so far in this first encounter between these two teams in 2026. Last time these two sides played was over at Northbridge. It was a 4-1 win to the Bulls Academy. And the last time they played here, it was a 3-2 win to the away side. I wonder if we'll get something as equally as exciting as that game was this time around. Those goals came late that day too. Roberts tries to play it back into Karmas as the home side start this game with a flurry. Oh, lovely play from Valletta. Fine Guchan, who takes on Zatsko for pace. Then rolls around a couple more. Advantage played from the referee. Whipped up to Naimi. Lovely ball over to Hawkins. Brings it down. Tries to get to the byline and around Daxco, but instead wins the corner. The game starting as it ended that first half at a high octane pace. Comes the corner now. It's a lovely weighted ball. There's plenty of players there. It's scrappling around. And now a chance for, looked to be Phillips again almost. It might have been Hawkins in the end that struck that. But it was Hawkins. But the Ravens defence is on edge. And does what it needs to do. Scarmanella as well to bring the ball back. Press there from the home side is good, but Pino missed a couple opportunities to first find the pass through to Karmas. Just turn around and told her off again. Ferris tries to go long, but won't get past Roberts. Does well to get it into Halls. That'll be a free kick. The Ravens as Naga runs into the back of Horgarth Scott. Up with a lovely layoff to find John. It's Ferris. Valletta. Lovely passing here. Valletta just can't get the right shoulder of Roberts. Ferris now. Ball into Phillips. What a turn that is. Phillips! Not a great save initially there by Coleman, not convincing. Her teammates come up from everywhere to clear the ball away as Naimi was lurking, and they sent it out for a corner. Phillips to take the corner as we finally retrieve the ball from the abyss. It's hoisted in towards the back post. Plenty of players waiting for it. Valletta has a strike, but gets underneath it and sends it out of play. We're going to have to wait to receive another ball because that one's gone well and truly into the darkness behind the goal. Referee just checking on of Limba Goichon. With a thumping header back downfield. It's picked up by Hawkins, who finds Phillips now, who's one-on-one, tries to bend it. Right idea, just not the execution on this occasion. Scott into Phillips. Here's that chance now. She can get it back to her, but Dasco does really well. Strong on the ball. Is it wide to Pepino, who's offside? Ravens do well to sustain a bit of pressure again. They've done that very well so far. Lovely layoff there into Pepino, who's got space to work to. Pepino has a go from range. Dropped awkwardly for Hughes, but got her body behind it and saved comfortably in the end. Pepino trying a shot from range. Probably had some few extra steps she could have taken. It's Ferris. Fires it into Phillips. Does really well to get the ball away. Going to come back for the free kick. Advantage was played, but only momentarily. Raking ball forward by Ferris. It's dealt well with now. Pepino breaks away, tries to find Halls, but can't do it on that occasion. And then great work from Millie, who rides a couple of tackles. Now goes to Naimi. The pass is a bit overhit. And that's a poor breakdown in that counter. Throw. Done well by Karmas. Yellow missed the header. Didn't touch it though. So we flicked on and Pepino can keep it in. Does well to get around a couple of challenges. Here's Pepino. Gets it across the face of goal. Can't find McNulty. Still with McNulty, couldn't find Roberts. Long ball up to Sanaga. Dealt with by Ferris and then Valletta. Does well Breaking ball out to Pepino, who she can keep this in. On the AstroTurf, always pick up pace. Naimi rolling away from Scarmadella. Still going. What a run this is. Nice cross. Could find itself into the back post. And it just hits the crossbar. A great ball away from Coleman. Right idea, but not executed. Guichon to the byline. Great cross again, all the way towards where Naimi was waiting. Scarmadella just has to roll it out for a corner. Nice cross in again. Misses everybody. Comes all the way back to Ferris. And the Ravens again deal with the danger with a nice clearance. Hoisted back in. Ball's with a nice touch. And now Datko sends McNulty on her way. It's a nice moving ball towards Pepino. Here's a chance if she can get on the end of it, but Hughes is well positioned. Ferris now. The greatest pass on that occasion. The captain has been imperious once again at the back. Nolte can't bring it down. It's full control. And now there's a chance for a break on. Hawkins goes wide to Naimi. August Scott. Pulls kindly here for August Scott if she can get a foot on it. Takes a deflection and will be a corner. Building up here now for the away side. The corner again. Nicely weighted. Ravens have been strong aerially. Here's Allen now. Kilbride. Thomas as well. Holds a couple of challenges. Just to keep her ahead. Phillips has an option. Hawkins. That's back on her right. Goes for goal. Almost finds the back of the net. Eliza Coleman with a unorthodox save. Almost ran past the ball. This will break nicely to Sanaga. Finds Roberts, who's been the best so far down this right side. A great covering tackle from Valletta. Love to see a sliding tackle on a cold Sunday evening. chance for the home side to get back on level terms via the corner. Nice looking ball. Flick on there by Kilbride. Didn't find anyone.
Two on the back.
Oh, and then Thomas is pinched. And now Naimi breaks. One-on-one with Halls here. John has got up in support as well. Naimi still going for pace. But Halls with a wonderful challenge. Wisely intervening as we get a substitution here for the away side. Chelsea Harper is coming on. Off comes Sienna Hawkins. And the away fans in raptures for that substitution. Ringing the cowbell. They go short on this corner though. Naimi back into Phillips. It's a little heavy though. Trying something a little new on that occasion. Most usually loathe the set piece routine, but that one was worth a go considering the last few hadn't really worked out in their favour. Sent long. Not a touch there by Hawker Scott. Couldn't quite find the pass to really complement the move. There's a warm-up happening now and a potential change of player for the home side. Looks to be Alethea Levi that's coming on. And potentially Laura Matag. It is going to be Laura Matag. Or give away by Zacco, but she recovers well. Vino holds up the ball. Coleman just goes back to Pepino with a great pass. So again, just always winning that extra ball. The balls when they need to. Good header away there from Kilbride, and now McNulty looks long for Karmas. Might be a little too long. It is. It's a really good effort. Just didn't quite. Just had a backspin on it. He's Ferris now. Wants the run into Gochon. Can't get past Roberts. Ferris just hoists it downfield towards Harper, but asking a little bit too much of the substitution as the Ravens make their first. Comes Hannah McNulty. Tough night for the number 10. Tried extremely hard and has been integral in all the build-up. Hasn't found the killer blow that's seen to get on the score sheet. Oh, and here's an opportunity with Harper in acres of space. Scarmadella's got work to do to track back and does so well. Danger still not over though. Team up well to win it back. Here's Karmas now. Rolls a couple of challenges. That's good work. Returned through the middle. Here's that chance now for the Ravens. The ladder's got some work to do. But out early is the keeper. Hughes with a very important clearance. That direct running by the substitute proving to be very effective so far as it comes through to her again. Laura Matag whips it across. There's Sanaga. Didn't contest initially. Be careful there. Valletta, that was close to being a high boot. And Ferris sends that one into the stands. Sanaga flicks it on. They've got to deal with it here. The Bulls, they do in the end. Oh, Phillips with a wonderful touch. Harper does well to find Naimi, who now looks to break down the right wing again. Goes around Scott Mandela. Getting to the byline. There's Harper. Can't direct it goalwards. Probably should have done a little better. That could have been 2. And I think one more for the away side will probably put them on their way to claiming 3 points here. Great clearance from Coleman again. Telling interception there by Gilbride. Wants to go long over to Pepino. Work on that occasion. Oh, lovely turn from Harper. Gilbride steps in again. And a good touch from Datko, who's worked tirelessly today in the midfield. Karmas just burrows her way away. Now plays the target down at the wing again, who's got speed to burn. Ferris comes across. Lovely whipping ball if she can find Pepino. Gilbride tries to find Datsko, but ball is pinched. Here's Harper. Back with August Scott into Sajan. Oh, great whipping ball out here to Valletta, who's in acres of space. Now the cross comes in. Naimi round the back. Gets a shot on target, and Coleman's there to deal with it. He's looking for options. Doesn't go long, though. Wanted it. And it didn't go to her. Karmas gets the flick on. Oh, that's a heavy touch, and Valletta is lucky to get away with it. So it was Ericello, and then Ferris with another poor pass to gift possession back. Dacko, some work to do. Wants to screw all the way through, can't do so, and now Phillips will look to break again. Naimi still going, lovely run, lovely footwork into Phillips. Beats a couple, looks for Harper, who hadn't made the run. Waiting for the ball at feet. And then Phillips tries to create a yard, but runs the wrong way. Good header, Sanaga. Matar tries to play through Pepino, but it's too heavy. Play a bit more direct now, the Ravens, and it seems to be working. Need to force Hughes into picking up the ball, though. Cello and Ferris has to be careful here. Valletta comes back to help.
Up the other way! Up the other way!
Oh, class from Mariacello. Wargraf Scott now. Has Valletta wide. Into good Sean. Gets to the byline, gets to the cross, and there's a header for Horgaff Scott. Just couldn't quite sort her position out. Lovely counter-attack from the away side. But once again, it doesn't result in a goal as we get another substitution for the Bulls. On comes number 18. It's number 18. Grace Bishop will replace Jade Guchon. Great whipping ball, and there's a chance at the near post, and with her first touch of the ball, she scores the second of the evening. Grace Bishop, unmarked at the back post, heads home to give the Bulls a 2-goal lead. It didn't look particularly convincing, but it only needed a touch. Then the youngster, with a dream start to this game for her off the bench. And the crowd loved that one. The travelling support did anyway. She'd barely been on for a matter of not even 60 seconds. And gets on the score sheet. And now puts her side in a commanding position. Well, that probably wasn't on the bingo card for this game. Grace Bishop's, got to be probably the youngest player on the field as well. I know this is an academy side, but she's got to be much younger than the rest. Here she comes again. Could she, dare I say it, score with 2 touches? No, not on this occasion. That being said, just touched it this time. The opportunity is still there for her. Coleman goes long with the boot this time, but only picks out a Bulls player. It's Karmas now. Nice to play through a couple of players, but can't find it. Passing just not sticking for the Ravens, but they pinch that one, and it's Pepino into Karmas, but Ferris is there. It's not a great clearance. She gets away with it on the second time. It ends up being a great ball, and now Phillips looks to break. So John, out to Bishop now. Wins the throw. Interesting ball forward by Sajan. This could still work out for Naomi, but keep her out as well. Touch from Batag, tries to find Roberts, but Valletta was on her bike already. So we'll stop though, you would think. Datko now tries to play it forward, but doesn't wrap the foot around it. Looks like there's going to be a substitution here for the home side. On comes Cora Villa. Looks like it's going to be in the placement of Pepino. Oh no, sorry, it's going to be in place of Dasco. An attacking change here. Pino does well to win the ball. And then Matag wins the throw. Long throw. Find the intended target the first time. Almost found it a second time. Managa tries to play Matag through. Pauls just wasn't ready for it. Bride with the ball in. Ball comes through to Karmas. Does well enough, tries to find Pepino. Will be Karmas eventually, and she can't get a shot away. No penalties given. Not really much of a shout either from anybody in a white and black shirt. Goes back to Kilbride again. Touch is great, but it gets away. Pepino. Thrown to Pepino again. Just rammed by a couple of Bulls defenders. Roberts does well to win it back though. Now they'll counter again, the Bulls, but Allen steps in. It's a bit of a hopeful ball forward. Oh, lovely ball now into Roberts, who has a chance here. The touch is too heavy though. It's been their Achilles heel today, the home side. Haven't had that telling touch in the box. Pino picks the ball up short, needs support. Nice run by Roberts. The pass is a bit too heavy though.
Breathe now.
Time now, public game to be number one for the home side as we creep inside the last 10 minutes here. Well, not quite. That's better. Nice layback. Here's Pepino now. Wants some players wide. Gets it wide. Oh, and a call for offside on Villa. She had the line that she could just watch across and still strayed there. It was their best build-up of the evening. Goes the way here of the home side to get underway straight away. It's Pepino, lovely footwork. Comes up to Kilbride, wants the run of Roberts. This sends along to Karmas, but Ferris is there.
Working down, behind ball.
Ball into Pepino. Goes wide to Villa. Sends it in. Will it find anyone? Matern off the crossbar. Then Karmas can't get on the end of it. She can't just find a way through. Well, she's mightily unlucky to substitute. And then Lena Karmas got beaten by the bounce in the Astro and couldn't get on top of it. Any other firmer touch, and it was in the back of the net. It's a wonderful effort here on Matag. She's mightily unlucky. And then Karmas just couldn't quite get above it. As there's a double change being readied for the balls in the meantime. On comes Tamirez Souza and Aisha Franklin. To be Claudia Valletta. And Laura Recciello coming off as well. That would have certainly set up an exciting finish here if that had found the back of the net for the Ravens. Still time for them though.
Let's go!
Can't find the ball through in that time. Karma's now. Phillips is striding down on goal, wins the ball, has a go herself, but straight down the throat of Coleman. Here's Halls. It's a long ball forward to Robertson. This will stay in. She brings it down well. Can't get it past the first defender. Sanaga bundled over. Sanaga, lovely thick. Can't find Pepino though, there's no one around. Targ brings the ball down, tries to find Roberts, can't. Ball just heads it back. Phillips, so strong, so good on the ball. And Harper looking for Bishop and gets it there. Bishop goes around a couple of players. Can she find an opportunity for a second goal? Can't. Sanaga brings it down and just hoists it long. Karmas jumps. Targ heads forward. Sanaga tries to bring it down. Touch is too heavy. Referee says no free kick, and now Bishop can break away. Can't find Phillips. It's just intercepted. It's a lovely ball into Karmas, who will try and keep this in. Her presence wins the corner as it's sent out of play. Now or never, you would say, for the Ravens. They need to score here to give themselves a chance of at least snatching a point. Here comes the corner. It's nicely whipped. Punched away by Hughes. Roberts doing well to just keep the ball down in the Ravens attacking area. In the end, the Bulls do enough. Phillips holds it up well. She can't find the pass that's needed, but they still come forward. One goes long. Villa will keep this in. Lovely touch. Coleman now looking to go long and does so. Karmas, lovely layoff to Hall, sends it long down towards Roberts, who will try and keep it in. It just has a bit of spin on it.
Gracie, tell Gracie to spin and come out. Gracie, go, go, go.
Bishop down the sideline again. Tries to find Phillips and does so, but can't bring it under her spell. Pepino does well to find some Arga. Tries to get it to Karmas, but again, ball's just not rolling their way at the moment. Hasn't really for 90 odd minutes. Not a great pass, it's given away. Now a chance for Harper. Has a go. Well saved by Coleman, down low. Tricky one to deal with. Ball will get to Pepino. His head on is straight to a defender. Oh, Naimi, that's lovely. And here's Tamara Souza. Finds Bishop. Can she have a second? No, well saved by Coleman. Almost went through the legs of the keeper, but she did enough. That would have been game, set, bingo for sure. On to come now. Of course, the side are taking their time. Here it comes towards the back post, punched away cleanly by Coleman. Order back to Souza. But a block is telling. And another corner in shoes. Short corner. Back to Horgaff Scott. Who plays her hand overly. Concedes a goal kick, but they won't mind that. The clock ticks down. 90 minutes almost upon us here. The home side muster one last chance. Maybe not, because here comes Bishop, who's storming towards goals, looking for a second, and finds it brilliantly. What an impact off the bench. Great Bishop has been. A goal with her very first touch, and a goal with possibly her last this evening. A wonderful breakaway goal. It's been coming on a fair few occasions for the away side, and on this time they make it pay. And a wonderful finish into the bottom corner by the young winger. Puts the icing on the cake for the Bulls Academy, who have lofty ambitions in 2026. Putting themselves right up there as one of the favourites to potentially win it this year. Long ball into the box. Flicked on by Karmas. Just evades Villa. Villa trying to find that cross, but it's into the side of the net. Ball forward. Doesn't fall the way of the Bulls again, and here, sorry, of the Ravens, and now the Bulls come forward. Here's Souza. There's Bishop down the side. Could there be another here? Almost evades a couple of players. Calls through to Naimi. The Hawk of Scott can't put the cherry on top of that icing. Skies it into the night sky. Ball sent back. Referee having a look at the watch. Perhaps time for one last attack for either side. Here's Bishop. So he's back to Bishop. To Phillips, who can turn and go. Doesn't get an opportunity to potentially grab another goal herself. Full time here at Christie Park between the Gladesville Ravens and the Bulls Academy. Final score here, 3-0 in a pulsating clash, which was end-to-end and full of class. In the end, that class shone through for the very talented Bulls Academy, who continue to impress and grow in this competition year on year and make another statement victory tonight with an impressive 3-0 victory. Those 2 goals came via somewhat of an unlikely source, a double off the bench for Grace Bishop to finish off the opponents, the home side, Gladesville Ravens, who continue to find it challenging in 2026. Not for trying, though. It has the essences of coming together. Tonight wasn't their night, and they thoroughly deserved winners, the Bulls were. Great to have your coverage here on the YouTube channel for Football New South Wales. It's been a pleasure once again, and I'm sure, hope that you enjoy all the football that is coming your way in the next month of May. Full time once again here from Christie Park. Gladesville Ravens 0, Bulls Academy 3.